Hello Virgo, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Virgo for the week of September 26th. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and see what we have here. Now I am using the Tarot Muka as well as the Prism Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. Okay, make sure we're all set up here and in view, and then we'll get right into it. And I think that's looking just about good enough to me. We'll go ahead and put this up here, and I'll also take 1, 2, let's see here, 1, 2, 3 of these Prism cards, Prism Oracle deck cards. First time using that deck, so do let me know what you think. All right, so Virgo, taking a look here, I definitely like what I see. You have major themes here playing out. You have the final 3 cards here. If you're looking at this in a linear way, the final 3 cards here are major arcanas. And so you could be dealing with bigger life themes or just bigger themes in general right now. They could be playing out for you. You do have, it seems like for some of you, there's been something in your material life or your money life, your finance life that has hit here, that is hit for you, Virgo, that has been going well for you. You actually have 2 what I would consider to be empire cards here in the past. And so, maybe, that would be, I'll expand on that more, but that's somebody who's really interested in long-term financial success here. Now, this is showing up in the past. So let's just go ahead and let's dive in and let me give you my thoughts on what is going on here. So in the overall situation, you do have the Justice card, and the Justice card is Libra energy. Of course, we are kind of moving into Libra season here very soon. Actually, the week that we're looking at begins Libra season, and you can see the scales on the card here, right? You can see the scales. This indicates a need for balance, a need for harmony in one's life, but it's also a symbolism for karma. And the truth is that every action you take in your life adds to your karmic memory or adds to your karma in life. Karma is neither good nor bad, it just is. Karma is simply the accumulation of your actions. And so when you get the Libra card, when you get the Justice card, it's a very positive sign if you've been taking appropriate action, because it says that we all get the outcome we deserve based on the actions that we take. If you have not been doing things you know you need to do, it can be a bit of a warning sign. It's nothing to be concerned about. It just is what it is. Hopefully that's making sense. The Justice card simply is what it is. It is a card that can be associated with legal situations or the law in some ways as well. But I feel like for some of you, these first 5 cards are extremely positive. They are very good. I think that some of you here have been taking really nice action in your life. I think you've been making progress on your goals, and I definitely like to see this. Now, in the past, you have an extremely good combination of the King of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles here. And just a friendly reminder, I do not attach genders to the cards, so you can take on any of these cards, king, queen, knight, page, doesn't matter. Emperor, Empress, doesn't matter. And for you to get the King of Pentacles, this is somebody, all right, so what's interesting here is you can see the castle symbolism on these cards. And this combination doesn't come forward together very often. The thing is that castles represent rewards and riches in the tarot. It's symbolism for rewards. In both of these cards, the people on the cards, they live in the castle. And in fact, my memory is, if my memory serves right, I believe that these are the only 2 cards where the people are in the castle. And that's pretty significant, right? This suggests that, for example, this King of Pentacles person, they've made it. This is one of these like I've made it cards. And both of these energies can talk about building a legacy, building an empire. And for you to get both of these, it feels like to me that you've had some level of abundance here in the past that has come in for you. And if it has not come in yet, what this maybe could suggest is that you are taking the steps that you need to take to build abundance in your life in the future. That could certainly be the case. You can see that this person here has their eyesight on the pentacle, indicating that that is very important for this person. The thing about the King of Pentacles is it does refer to your routine, and routine is a big part of success in the tarot, or sorry, in life, in any area of your life, tarot or not. And then the thing is, this 10 of Pentacles as well, a 10 in the tarot represents a completion. Any 10 is a completion. You have another completion here in the future, but this is the 10 the 10 of Pentacles in tarot is completion related to financial matters or financial situations. Some of you may have had an inheritance, or you've had to do like an estate or something like that here. You might be an executor of an estate here, with the Justice card in the middle indicating legal situations. And then one of the things with 10 of Pentacles is it can indicate windfalls. Now, this has already happened. It's showing up as having already happened. But yeah, just some things to consider here. In the future, you have the Temperance card as well as the World. So bigger energies here. Temperance card and Justice, surprisingly, are similar, indicating that they both talk about balance in some way or another. The Temperance card here is not just about balance, so it's also about patience, harmony, healing. You can see that they're dipping their feet here in the healing river or in the healing pool of water, and they're performing alchemy here. You can see that this person is kind of combining and mixing elements into the vase. And this is this idea of kind of creating total harmony in your life, right? Like, for example, one example with the Temperance card is it can talk about your need for a work-life balance, for example, and how that creates a form of alchemy in your life, right? Doing hard work at, for your career, but also enjoying yourself after your career, after the day is done, and kind of living a balanced and harmonious life. The World card is about a major completion. It's an even bigger completion than any 10 that you could find in the tarot. The World card is about going the distance. It is the completion of a major cycle in one's life. And it says that you are sort of sitting at the top of the world, so to speak, here in the future. And so if you have not completed, if this 10 of Pentacles has not already closed out for you, in the future, I do feel like there will be something here closing out. And for you to really make the best of that situation, with the Temperance card's influence, it's best to take something slow and steady. It's best to sort of have balance as you allow this completion to happen. So let's go ahead and let's start to clarify this even more. So you have the 7 of Cups, you have the Page of Swords, you have the Knight of Cups, and you have the 10 of Wands. All right, so completions all over the place here for you in the future. You now have 2 10s and the World here showing up. Again, 10 is referring in some respects to you having completed something important, or that fact that you will in the future here. And my biggest suggestion is to not rush this situation. Whatever you are looking to complete here, allow it to happen, and put yourself in the right position to complete whatever it is that you're looking to complete, but do not force this into being, or do not force this situation to happen. The reason being is you have these 2 messages of balance here with the Justice card and the Temperance card, but also you have this Page of Swords, which this card can refer to the concept of time. This can bring about time delays. It can bring about disappointing news, but I don't believe that that is it for you. Of course, this could be the case if you are dealing with an inheritance or an estate. Those are bittersweet situations. And so you may have received disappointing news here in the past. But in terms of completing something, this Page of Swords is also the Mercury retrograde card. And it's always just a good time to give yourself extra time when you're dealing with these energies in the astrology. And it's just a really good idea to sort of take things at a very easy pace for yourself. So you have the Seven of Cups here. In the past, there was some confusion around this financial situation. You've been looking for clarity here with the Seven of Cups, and the Page of Swords can also ask you to create clarity. You've been looking for some clarity around this situation. With the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Wands, there might be somebody that comes in that kind of shifts your perspective and helps you feel good about this completion that you are, looking to close out on or create here in the future. The Knight of Cups is a very good card for love. It's just this hasn't really been a love relationship. I will say the Temperance card can bring a soulmate into one's life, but you must come to a place of balance before that can happen, according to the Temperance card. And the Knight of Cups is a very good card for love. So I would say that, like, if you are single, you are looking for love, this can happen. It may take some time. It's likely to take some time. And most importantly, you must come to a place of balance. You must balance something out about yourself before this can really kind of be fully realized. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at these 3 oracle cards here. Okay, so frustration, confidence, and trust. Take a look at the heart in the middle here. And take a look how it's sort of like a Venn diagram, and the heart is in the middle, as you can see right here. The heart is in the middle. To me, this speaks even further to the concept of balance for you. And I think that for some of you, trust is the name of the game here at this time. Not necessarily trusting another person. In this case, I'm talking about trusting where you are and trusting in the universe and trusting in your ability to complete something. Really helping out with your confidence here. I do think that some of you have been frustrated about the length of time something has taken in your life, but there is a completion here coming in the future. If this message is for you, there is a completion that's showing up. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the other cards here. But if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. So you have the King of Swords, you have the Queen of Cups, and you have the Lovers card. Okay, so now we are getting some love messages here. This might be there might be a Libra that is kind of in your zone, in your circle here with the King of Swords and the Justice card, and as well as the Page of Swords. There could be a Libra. There could also be a Sagittarius person, and I'm also picking up a Cancer as well. Those are some of the zodiac signs that are coming in for me. However, try not to get hung up on the zodiac signs, because the natal chart is wide, and so they could have a Libra rising or a Libra moon, for example. But anyway, these are kind of the energies that I'm picking up in terms of zodiacs. And you may be involved, or you may have to deal with somebody who has those characteristics about them. The thing is, there is another thing here around, if you're not here for love, there is another thing here around justice and potentially around a legal process with the King of Swords Justice card. Both of those cards are like, you could think of the King of Swords as like an attorney or a lawyer for sure in the tarot. And then Justice refers to the process of law. The Queen of Cups asks you to really take care of yourself, do some sort of self-care practice, and trust your intuition as well. I will say, if you're here for love, with the Lovers card in the future, this is possible that this will come in for you, but is there a situation around your confidence that you may need to look at? Yeah, that's coming in as well. Let's see what else we have. So you have the Eight of Wands, and you also have the Judgment card. Okay, so the Eight of Wands talks about something moving quickly forward in your life, something that is unstoppable. you could think of as the Eight of Wands. It is accelerated motion. It's exciting news or news that comes in from a distance, something good that happens in your life that sort of takes your breath away. And it's the feeling of getting unstuck. And so you have been confused here in the past. There have been time delays. There have been some situations here with the Seven of Cups and the Page of Swords. There have been things that have not happened as quickly as you had hoped. But this is about to change for you, or it is changing now. The Judgment card asks you to go into a period of self-evaluation and be totally real with yourself. Ask yourself what it is that you need to get to the next level and what you need to do to get to the world. Because the Judgment card is number 20, the world's 21. To me, the fact that you have both of these in the future suggests that you will kind of be introspective and figure out what it is that you need to do to complete something important. At the top of the pyramid, you have the 10 of Swords, so another 10, so you have 3 10s and the World. The thing is, there's a completion here. If this reading is for you, there's no question. There is something closing out, there's some cycle closing out, there's something being completed in your life. That is for sure. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Devil card. Make sure that you keep your routines and your habits up, okay? Make sure you are not allowing those to be pushed to the side at this time. There's a real need for balance for you to make the most of this period of time. And if you do that, it looks very good for you. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. And I will see you in the next reading.